Just,
right?
just,
No, no,
just.
no. I don't want to
I'm a
know what
weird
your. I don't know.
person.
I don't want to know what your for you page looks like on YouTube when it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, did I hear a cat?
It's yeah, she's just being an asshole. She's fine.
Love
Like
it.
I promise. Her litter
I
box
love
is
it.
clean. I just cleaned it. She has been fed. She has water. She played outside. She has been pet like she is a princess and there's not enough attention in the world for her.
You have one.
We yes, we love her. Sure. Like she sucks. But the dog is attached to her. So I
Yeah,
always joke, I have a dog, the dog has a cat, and I have to feed them both.
yeah, as one tends to do. So, as I was saying before, how
Yes.
does one approach a new school year given the state of the world right now?
That is a great fucking question because I was thinking it um earlier, right? Because like the last couple of years of teaching, like I don't know if you all have known or kept up or like the saga of canon teaching in Florida. It hasn't been easy the past few years, and like this past school year that I just had was fucking remarkable. Like like teachers will tell you like they're ready to walk out the door and then they have this one great year. Like, thanks, fucking universe. Like, I just had that one great year. But it was followed by like probably the worst year of my life, right? Like, teaching wise. And the years before weren't terrible, but there was just something draining about them, like post pandemic, right? Like, once that happens, like, it just something shifted culturally, right? Then add the politics of Florida, and it just kind of like it got really draining and really hard. And then the AC broke in my school and they just kept fixing it for 3.5 years. It was fine, whatever. It's not like it's
Yeah,
hot here or anything. Why are the kids not learning? It's 90 degrees indoors. Like, it's hard to learn anything in 90 degrees indoors. Um, so I was trying to think about like, what was it about last year that was different than the year before? Like, what was it that maybe I did differently or that like I noticed different in the kids? And I don't know that I've entirely figured out what that is. I just hit a button. I don't know what I did. Um, but like I am kind of thinking about that, right? Like this past year, I went in trying to see if I could figure out, like, I saw the push like AI coming everywhere and I was like, all right, like let me see if I can get ahead of this, see if I can like catch it at the door and like steer it into a direction, like, you know, if I can. And that was like my Janet thing that I was doing and I was writing about last year or so. Um, and it kind of worked, but it stopped working at a certain point,
yeah.
you know?
Hmm.
So like it was effective until it was not, and then like once it revealed where it was not, like that's a limitation of it, and that's not something I can fix alone. Like that's a bigger thing, right? And I liked that I kind of discovered that right along the time that like attitudes toward AI and data centers are kind of like becoming at the forefront because the conversation is there. So what I'm kind of thinking now is, do I introduce it the same way I did last time with the added, like, this is where it fell short. This is what we learned in doing it last year. Like, what do you think we need to change? And my brain being what it is, like, that even leads into like how you form a government, how you amend a government, how you make changes based on things, right? Like that kind of idea. Um, I don't know what that looks like yet, right? But that's kind of what I'm wrestling with. But I have a couple of
Are
weeks.
you
I'm still supposed to be on vacation, Tom.
are you
Whatever.
are you are you yeah, exactly right? Are you finding that the kids are using the AI more to try and do because so like my daughter's going into her senior year to be a high school
Mhm.
teacher in Chicago, and one of the
Bless her.
conversations, right? Yeah, she's just beginning this shit. So she's got one more year of college to go, and then she's into
Oh,
it. And
bless
one of the
her.
conversations I had with her is how teachers are able to take a paper somebody wrote and have the computer essentially you like read it and go, oh yeah, this is AI. And she's like, oh yeah, Dad, it's happening all over the place. Is that happening a lot by you? Hmm.
then how your bot starts to mirror you. And this is like the funniest part of the little project, which has like its own sidebar tangent into my own personal life being weird. Um, the kids, I was asking the kids, like, which ones do you find that you go to? And the AI they were using the most, believe it or not, and this could be anecdotal to like my little pocket of the universe here, was the Snapchat AI. Okay,
Oh,
so
I would
like
believe
on
that.
Snap, yeah, and it makes sense, right? And they say, well, because it's like school firewall, whatever, whatever. So I started asking. I was like, okay, tell me more, Snapchat AI, right? And it's basically like a little like a little avatar person, which is exactly how I'd envisioned Janet. Like in my head I made her like Janet from The Good Place, right? Kind of personifying her to understand how it was working a little bit better. And I was like, and fucking Snapchat has fucking done that, and the kids are like interacting with their AI differently, right? And more specifically because it's been personified. It's given its little meme. They can name it whatever, right? Like some kids have a Trevor or a Kevin, and they give it like different
Oh yeah.
haircut, and it's silly. So they have their own Janet essentially, and that I think is why, on some level, and I like again, this is very like Cannon's pulling ideas out of like whatever. I think they have sort of a more ethical understanding of what AI is and what it should be based on the personified understanding they have of it versus the like you me, like where you look at it like, oh, it's like a search engine, it's like the internet, it's like the index, it's like the way we've used computers our whole lives was very research find a solution oriented, which means we
Yep,
use
yep, yep.
AI in that way, right? Like, so, oh, I have a question, answer my question. But the kids, if you think about it, have always interacted with technology in a different way, right? So they don't see it as a specific research problem solving answer my question tool. They see it as a more like completely intertwined part of their life, right? Like, so when you give them an ability to personalize and personify that, I think it gives them more. I don't really know what the word is, but like in a weird way, a different perspective than maybe the people who designed it have. Does that make sense?
So you think maybe that they're using it as an extension of their own physical being in a digital world?
Yeah, right. So it's like think like they grew up on Wii designing their own Mii's, right? So every like channel they have, every
Oh
online
shit, yeah.
profile since they're kids, they've always created a meme and a profile, a digital version of themselves, right? They play simulation role playing games, right? They interact with each other online in digital worlds, so digital versions of themselves existing not fucking absurd to them, right? So they've made like this little like to the 90s kids Tamagotchi like
Yes.
chat bot that answers all their questions for them, but also reflects them back to them because it's essentially all it really is, right? Is a mirrored algorithm programs to do specific things, right? Now you can influence it your own way, so you can like give it a prompt like, hey Janet, I want you to help me do this, here are the very specific guidelines. But it takes about like 10 minutes of chatting back and forth to kind of clarify the understanding of the parameters you want for it to work the way you want, at least at the level most people can afford to pay, like the $200 a month version. I don't know, I don't have it as my money, right? So I did my best on a $20 a month subscription to like 5 different AI services so I could play with all of them to their max limitations.
But yeah,
And I'll write
you're
it all
right
down
though.
eventually, I promise.
People like you and me, we use the internet or we use AI as a tool. It's almost like a garden hoe. We use it and then we put it away. They live
Yeah,
in it.
they live in it. It's
God
everywhere.
damn. I never thought of it
Right,
from
like
that
you and
perspective.
me had a bad day at school, right? Like we could just go home, hide in our rooms, or read a book, play like whatever, hide from the world. Nobody had to see us until the next day, right? And out of sight, out of mind. People get distracted, so like a bad day kind of goes away after a day, right? That is not the world these kids grow up in. A bad day goes to their online profile. Did you see this? There's a video clip of it. So it's like it is nonstop fucking social anxiety. How do I fit in? Because like even when you're home, you can't just hide in your room because like the digital version of you is out in the world and interacting, even if you're asleep because you posted something an hour ago that somebody just saw. It's why they're
Jesus,
fucking
Mary and
crazy.
Joseph.
It's why they're fucking crazy, man. Like they're so stressed
I
all the
am so
time.
glad I was born when I was born. Oh my God. The way
Right? Their
you
entire
describe I
life, like lunchtime at the cafeteria is non fucking stop for them, right? Like that's their whole life.
yeah, they don't ever shut off.
They can't because it's in their pocket. It carries them, it goes
How,
everywhere with them.
now, I'm sorry, remind me, how old are you?
44, it's terrible.
It's
You
terrible.
know.
Fuck you, I'm 54. So you and I were of the generation of go find where everybody's bikes are in front of a house. There was
It was like
no,
I just made something blow up, Justin. You didn't see me, right? Like
yeah, you remember
true story, maybe.
diving over the couch coming back from the bathroom so that you didn't miss your show coming back on from commercial break.
Bro. Like the I to be that nimble again. Like I think that's why all our backs hurt, right? Is because we were doing fucking like parkour to make it back from commercials
Right,
because TV was scheduled, bro. Like you have to
my
be
son,
there.
who's 14 years old, he's never lived in a world where there wasn't pausable live TV.
Like crazy, bro.
Right,
I had
exactly. I saw here's something I saw today. And I want to talk about the midterms and politics, but I was flipping through TikTok today and I came across this comedian who was talking about the difference between him and the younger generation. And he looked at the crowd and he said, "Here, I'm going to fuck your head up. There are people in this room who have never walked into a store to buy music." And everybody went, and he went, "Hang on a second, let me fuck you, let me fuck with your head a little bit more. Furthermore, there are people in this room that have never purchased music because they just subscribed to all of the
stream.
music." So he's talking about how there are people in the world right now that don't know what it's like to buy a song or buy an album because they just hit a subscription button and they have access to every song ever made on the planet. I used to have to fight cassettes out of that goddamn plastic thing in my car just so I could fucking listen to it on the goddamn way home.
I used to live in the record store. Like, I want you to imagine what I was like as a teenager in the 90s, Tom. Like, because you, right? You know exactly who the fuck I was, okay?
Yeah.
And I hung out at the record store, like looking at the little 45. Like, I owned so many CDs. Like, I conned the Columbia House and like whatever CD things. Like, I was smart enough to have figured out how to max benefit that. Like, I had so many fucking CDs. And I like,
And
and it was like
you were
such a
running around
pursuit
in the
that it was
90s with your choker collar singing, "You ought to know."
no
No.
that
Alanis, no.
Alanis was, well, yeah, but like not really, because like she came out, like Jagged Little Pill came out when I was in middle school.
Okay, so a
um
little bit before you.
yeah, but like I knew the album, but like the angsty millennial girl is Fiona Apple.
Oh, okay.
But Alanis, she has her place, right? It's just like if we're pinpointing, right? Like the Heathers to Clueless to Mean Girls, right? It's the
Sprinkle in
yeah.
a little L7.
Yeah. So you get it. You get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just part of like
I can hear you when I can see you.
again.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. But
Okay,
I don't know if
let's
that's as important.
no, let's forge first. I can see you and we can both hear each other.
Okay. Okay, that works.
Yeah, so
Um,
music was a defining characteristic of who we were. Hence all the shit on the wall behind me. Because it was, I
yeah,
remember, so
like
like I'm a decade before you, and I remember
mhm.
specifically in high school, you had a jean jacket with patches all over it, some buttons on it, but the biggest patch on the back was the band that you liked the most.
Obviously, like, and
Yeah.
in the 90s, I was dating the punk boy with the punk version of that jacket, but it wasn't a jean jacket. It was like the army jacket,
Oh,
like the
okay,
camo
gotcha.
jacket.
Little
I
bit of, look at
was
her,
that girl.
she's flashing back. Okay,
I was that girl. But like,
all
yeah, I
right.
guess that's why, because like I ask kids now, like, what's your favorite band? And it's like they don't really like other than Taylor Swift fans. And I think like that's kind of
Yeah.
why there's so much like whatever about her is because at the moment she stands out in a way other bands don't, or other groups or things don't, because they kind of come in and out of fashion, right? Like very, very fatty and like you have your time. But I think it's because it's so easy to get to, right? Like you don't have to fight and claw to get this album. You don't have
Yeah.
to like, like, oh, I can move on to the next thing really quick. It's the musical version of fucking dating apps essentially, right? Like it's everything's disposable and easy. So
Well, there's nothing invested in
why,
it. They have no time invested in it. They didn't go to a store. They didn't wait in
yeah,
line. They didn't see
exactly.
that it was sold out and they had to wait for the next shipment to come in. They don't have any skin in the
Yeah,
game. They can just reach out in thin air
exactly.
and pull everything that they want anytime they want. They're spoiled, is what they are. I mean, I guess they're still going to concerts, but no, I can hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, hey, I can see you
Oh,
again.
right on.
Look,
Right on.
cool. You know what? Just stick with the process, kids.
You
That's what it
never
is.
you
Like,
never know. See, kids are still going to concerts these days, but even that, like my wife just went to see Bon Jovi at Madison Square Garden. I'm going to go see AC/DC in September in Notre Dame, but it's all digital. Like there was no concert ticket. There's no stub that you take home and save like in the olden days.
yeah, because you'd make your little scrapbook with your concert tickets and your Polaroids and stuff, and like
Yeah,
the wristband you'd get from like, oh,
those days are gone.
I
It's
don't
all
know.
digital.
I know,
They
I
don't.
know. I'm being like sappy and sentimental, but
Here's
it's
something that's fucked up. They don't even stamp your
yeah.
passports anymore.
What? You're lying. I mean, I haven't left the country in a long time, but like,
Nope. It's
they
all
don't. What do they
scanned now.
do?
They scan it. They don't. Nobody
Well, if
ever.
I ask them to stamp it, will they?
There are some countries that do like so. If you go on a cruise at the ports, they specifically usually have like a little stand because people want to get their little stamp. But no, like if you fly in and out of Jamaica, they're done stamping you. They don't do that anymore. They just scan you and you move on.
Well, then
So
that is something that I know now that I don't really have a feeling to attach to yet. So,
okay, so fucking midterms. Educate us as to what the
mm,
hell's going to happen in the midterms. Here's
oh
my take. It
boy.
looks like the House is something that's within our reach, but it certainly looks like the Senate is fucking up fast and picking up steam.
Um, that was a lot. So, historically speaking, it should be a good year for Democrats.
Right.
Just the way American elections tends to ebb and flow. Um, that said, there are a lot of things just institutionally in the way, right? Like infrastructure wise, voter apathy, voter efficacy, right? Like they don't believe, like there's a lot of people who like you 100% will not be able to convince them that voting will make any difference at all, right? Like they could live in a town of 12 people that will decide the fate of the nation, right? They could be like the tie-breaking vote, right? Like you are personally responsible for picking the president. It will make a difference. And they won't, like there's just no convincing them, right? So that is a real barrier. Not to mention the political climate, all of those real things, voter roll purges, the redrawing of the congressional districts in a lot of states are just going to confuse people. They're not going to know their registration changed, that they had to, move things. Um, truthfully, I think maybe a lot of people, even people locked in and paying attention, that like could miss a lot of these things. So who had intention of voting but don't get to for
Did I? Hang on.
Started to hear you
Are we
again.
good?
Hold on.
I can see and hear you.
I heard you there.
You can't see
All right,
me.
I can hear you, but there you are. Okay. You're back. Okay. I hope you heard that whole rant.
We're
Like,
good.
okay, yes.
YouTube, stop fucking around. So, but so like you specifically talked about that area in northern
Mhm.
Florida, where you believe that they may have actually shot themselves in the foot by taking some reliably red districts and putting way more blue in them than they had anticipated. What do you think is going to happen with those districts now?
Well, Florida is an odd bird, okay? And this is what I kind of tell everybody like um you can't judge what Republicans will do based on Florida Republicans, and you can't so I I don't know. There's a lot of districts that they kind of like watered down, like the district.
Mm,
He was like a weirdo. I hope you can hear me. YouTube could be
yes,
fucking up. You can hear
yes.
me? Okay. But like they tightened the margin in that district as an attempt to kind of like pack Maxwell Frost into his district, but like also to isolate him with more Republicans around him, right? Because he's already going back. Like he reelected unopposed after he qualified to be on the primary ballot. Yeah, but that's something does tell me is that the Democratic Party has not been at any way gracious to Florida in a long time, to the point where like the state party basically disappeared. It dismantled. Like there's nothing here, right? Like our so like the fact that the National Party is sending carpetbaggers down to try and run for seats that were previously solid red, I think that is indicative of what could be happening.
Okay, yeah. So what do you? So that's Florida. What do you look at this stuff every day, everybody else does.
Mhm.
What do you think is going to happen on the national level? Do you think the
I've
Democrats
gotten to
actually
where
take
I
the House back?
probably,
Probably by a wide margin. Or are you talking about like
probably.
really?
No, like technically, like, and I think we're in an era of politics right now where control of both the Senate and the House is a shoulder shrug at any given point in time. Like I think that the nature of how broken things are right now um is why that is, because like politics is basically team sports right now. It's World Cup right now, right? Like it's your team versus my team, and there's no reason behind it anymore, right? Like I was joking with my friend, like today I was watching England versus Argentina, and we know like my family's from England, right? I'm
Right.
British, but like we're also from Liverpool, so it's like we're not English, we're scout. Like it's very specifically a cultural thing. And like this game, like England versus Argentina, like the Falkland War, which was Maggie Thatcher's little war. And I'm like, anything that makes Maggie Thatcher sad, go Argentina, but like it's just I also hate Argentina because like FIFA and everything and how corrupt they are and all of that, like stupid.
One moment, folks. There you are.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what I did.
Don't worry about it.
I dropped the phone because I'm like, whatever. What was I saying?
Well, the last thing that you were talking about was anything that makes Margaret Thatcher
Oh,
sad. Go Argentina.
yeah, but also Argentina is like everything that's wrong with like football and everything, right? Because
Mhm.
like they're corrupt and FIFA and all of that stuff. So it was like a really weird game. So when it was over, my friend texted like, "Sorry," because England lost, and I was like, It's that Argentina won. It's not that England lost. I need you to understand. Like, I don't give a fuck about England. All right. Like, one of the players on Argentina almost scored, like McAllister. He actually plays for Liverpool. And like, I bleed Liverpool. Like that is my team. McAllister plays for Liverpool, but he was playing for Argentina today. He almost scored a gorgeous fucking goal. And I even said out loud, any other time, my dude, not fuck you. I was like, I love you, but not right now. Because like they're just terrible. But like that's what politics is right. Like I don't think Republicans are Republican anymore. And I don't think they have been for a very long time. I think they are not Democrats,
Yeah.
very specifically, right? And that's why they double down so hard because like to me that's the political equivalent of like blindly supporting a sports team or like doubling down on a really bad relationship. Like everybody can see this is a train wreck, yeah, but we're moving in together. I'm like, you guys fight, like police are involved, we're getting married, that's fantastic, she has a black eye, I know, we're getting
Yep.
um cool, I'm glad you're bankrupt now,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Because like same trajectory, right? Like if you ignore the problems of the sports team, they fail and they end up
Oh yeah.
going down, right? You ignore the problems in a relationship, completely falls apart. If you ignore the problems in your political system,
You have problems.
then
Speaking of problems
yeah.
in the political system, Maine, Graham Plattner. What? Wait. How do you view this whole situation? Hang on. Where'd she go? I think she has some connectivity issues. Or the Plattner campaign.
Wait, hold
There
on.
she
Did how
is.
much? Okay, how much of that did you get?
You said this is literally the first fucking thing I'm saying about Graham Plattner, and then you went out.
It's the CIA, guys.
God damn it, it is.
NSA Todd is what I used to call him in college, like right after the Patriot Act passed. NSA Todd, just for legal reasons. I'm just joking. Um, Absolutely nothing I have learned about that asshole is when he was a kid and got a stupid tattoo. He didn't understand what it meant. Yeah, 100% believe that he like, had a change of things, like his whole story about why he believes what he believes. Do I believe it? Yep, 100% I do. Do I
Mm, connection is bad.
Yeah, sorry. I don't
So
know
okay, there you
what
are.
this
There you
is.
are. Okay,
Yeah.
do I
Okay.
do I believe that he hung out with white supremacists and got a tattoo he didn't understand? Yes. Do I believe he had a change of heart and believes the things that he does? Yes. And then you cut
Yep.
out. I think we're going to talk about the allegations next.
And I said, do I think what this woman has accused him of like happened? Sure, 100%. Like as much as anything else, because I know everybody knows who this guy is. Like that, he's not like some enigma, or he's kind of a normal dude who had like a normal trajectory through life, who has done questionable things because of his own character or because of an understanding of the world that was provided to him based on the way he walked through it.
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what happened? Why was the ball dropped so hard? This is true. Yeah. So what happens in Maine now? Who do you think fills that spot?
Uh,
And how does one side, whoever fills it, how does that side sell the other side on it?
um, I think that's the problem right now, is that there's no leadership in the party to help answer that question, to guide that. The reason it was a primary that got like as contentious as it did, like as personally contentious as it did, primary turn into a structure. You know what I mean? Like I I think the Democratic Party, top to bottom, like from local offices to the national party office, a lot of like how to, you know what I mean? Like there's like nobody's no what I mean?
What
Like old idea, like like why the fuck are we still talking to James Carville on television? Because who the hell else is there to call?
right? We're talking 35 years ago was his time in the
Mm-hmm.
spotlight. 35 years ago.
Yep.
And I don't know who the war horses are between James Carville and the people that we see making a difference today. The young social media news content creators, the Parkland survivors that have gotten involved in politics. Who I don't know who the stopgap is between Carville and this. Would that be whoever helped Obama at the time? Or are we talking about Rahm?
It would be the possibly Rahm Emanuel. I doubt, I wouldn't put it on him though. But here's the problem. problem. But in the social media world, in the media world, it's the Pod Save America guys, like John Favreau. They're symbolic of exactly what, like, why did they do that? Because the whole fucking, like, because look at the world that they would have been walking into. So like during the Obama administration, a lot happened, but a lot happened. And to the young people that should have been stepping up into that role, what were they doing? Surviving the worst recession we'd seen since the Great Depression. Like, I had a master's degree, I was working for $11 an hour. Like, what were we doing? Not shaping public policy. That's for goddamn sure. I had two jobs, like, and that every rant I've ever.
Mm, 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 mm. Oh man.
But the bridge builders were buried under, you know, the collapse of borrowed prosperity
Yeah.
that came before them.
So what does that mean going into
So
28? I mean, okay, let's. Okay, I'm of the opinion that what we're going to see is
mm,
we're going to see some far left leaning Democratic Socialists of America win in some places. We're going to see some moderate Democrats win in some places. And there's going to be no clear side that sort of rises to the top. So then what does that mean going into 28? And can my governor, J.B. Pritzker, capture the progressive wing of the Democratic Party?
I think it'll be a candidate specific kind of thing, right? Could Pritzker specifically? Maybe. Um, to your point, yeah, I do think there's going to be some like moderate, some progressive, like some democratic socialists. Like, I do think you're going to start to get a lot of different flavors of Democrats elected, but I don't. Right, like having some voices in the room, not necessarily a bad idea. Father days, they talked Madison right? That is how you learn how to understand each other, right? So it's like if I, who state really, really needs renewable energy. So I would be seen as a more like progressive greeny party kind of Democrat who wouldn't, get the kind of attention that I needed in a more like Midwesterny, no offense, kind of like democratic place where like, what do we need the green energy for? Economies and histories built on like different industries that specifically would be against. You know what I'm saying? Like reasons that they might not support something, but this and that log Senate and then the House comes in. Like, I can make this happen for your district if you can help me make this happen for my district, right? We don't agree entirely on these two issues, but we agree enough on this central issue that I can scratch your back, you can scratch my steady us toward ultimate goals. Then, like, let's pass the thing now and make it happen. Like, this right times. I don't think putting more voices in a room for a party that needs to completely revamp itself for a new world is a bad idea.
No, I don't think so either. I just wonder as we head into 2028 how bad the friction's going to be between the Bernie AOC Mamdani wing and the Hakeem Jeffries Chuck Schumer old school moderate wing. Because, like, listen, you're absolutely right about the Democratic Party losing leadership and dropping the ball in many areas. However, I'm
Yeah.
also a firm believer that if the Democratic Party were utilized properly in Maine, they might have vetted this guy enough that he wouldn't be the candidate.
Well, yeah, and that's my point. And the reason they didn't is because the party lacks the, like, organization structure and leadership to have, like, one, known to do that or thought to do that or had the resources to do that. And, like, and that's kind of my point, is the Democratic Party at a national level has kind of, like, written off certain states and races for a very long time, right? And because of that, put a lot of resources into Maine for a really long time. So now we're in a position that we need ground game in this state really quick, and we don't have any. You know why? Because we ignored them for 20 years and just thought it would be okay, right?
Now,
Like,
on the flip side, you're seeing Republicans pour tens of millions of dollars into reliably red areas in order to be able to retain these seats. What does that say?
that's a turnout issue on their end, right? Because, like, right now Republicans aren't, like, I don't think they're proud of their choice right now.
No,
I
no.
think, a lot of them are having some, like, buyer's remorse. So getting them to, like, stand by what they're seeing, even, like, the half-hearted way that they're doing or distancing themselves, right? Now you want them to go out and vote again. Now you have to stand in line. Like, you're making it harder for people to vote. You're making it harder for them to vote too. So it's like now you want them to get up and jump through all these hoops to vote for you while you're actively doing things that they're seeing impact their life in a negative way. They're not going to admit they're wrong, but they're also not going to go out of their way to help you. So, like, what they're
Mhm.
pumping money into, it's like, what do? They have to trigger. They're going to be spending a ton of money on negative ads in the
Are you
gonna be
having are you
great.
having
Like,
are you having an anxiety ridden summer?
no, I mean, yeah, but for different reasons.
What does your
um,
tree look like right now?
it is actually okay. So, I had a really rough year, so it's like the tree kind of, like, stayed Halloween for, like, a full year, like, at one point, because it's like everything just fell apart, and I just couldn't keep up with it anymore, and I just didn't care. Um, and then I went to go change it, but right before I went to change it, I saw a video about Summerween, like a middle of the summer, like, spooky, like, party with, like, ice ghosts and punches and stuff. So right now it is somewhere between Summerween and Halloween.
I'm a firm believer that as soon as Fourth of July is over, as soon as the last firework is lit, it's Halloween season, and at 9 p.m. on October 31st, it's Christmas. I jump holidays severely. Listen, um,
Uh,
we're still having a whole bunch of connection issues. You and I got to try this on
yeah,
TikTok
I know.
sometime.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Just let me know. I mean, Say, you let me know here. You can let me know there. We'll do it again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for jumping
That was
on
good.
here. I'm going to go
You're
schedule my
welcome, man.
videos and continue packing. I'm out of here for a week.
Oh.
No kidding. I'm coming to your neck of the woods. I'll be in Miami on Saturday.
Well, Miami is about 3 hours from me, but I'll be in Sioux City, Iowa for some reason.
For some, yeah, it's got to be a real good reason for you to want to go to actually want to go to Sioux City, Iowa.
I'm going to remind my friend of exactly that. And like, you want to understand where the fuck I am right now.
Cannon, I really do appreciate it. We'll talk again soon.
Oh, you're welcome.
All
All
right.
right. You thanks, son.
Bye bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.